Hey guys, Joanne here with Newegg TV. I'm here to do an overview on this COOLMASTER CM4's 500 mid-tower computer case. This case is made of steel with some plastic, and you get both some glossy finish as well as matte finish here at the front. It measures 7.5 inches wide, 16.8 inches tall, and 19.4 inches deep. At the top, we have your one USB 3.0 port, two USB 2.0 ports, and your headphone microphone jacks, reset button, hard drive indicator, and your power button right here. And below that, we have your two 5¼ inch drive bays, one 3.5 inch drive bay, and some ventilation holes here, as well as the COOLMASTER logo. On this side, we have mounting points for a 120 or 140 millimeter fan. On the rear, a pre-installed 120 millimeter fan. There are mounting points for an 80 millimeter, or I believe possibly a 92 millimeter as well. It's a top power supply mount, knockout for your input-output shield on your motherboard, 7 expansion slots, some more ventilation holes here, and some holes for your cables, as well as your water cooling tubes. And finally, on this side, we have some ventilation holes. Going to remove the front panel so you can take a look inside. Here we have some mounts for a 140 millimeter fan or two 120 millimeter fans. Here are your 5¼ inch drive bays, as well as 3.5 inch. Here's a look at the top of the case, but let's move around down to the bottom. We have some raised feet here, as well as a mount for a 2.5 inch drive. I've removed these screws for the right side panel, so let's go ahead and take a look. Here we have some space between the motherboard tray as well as the side panel, so you can manage some of your cables. A large cutout for your aftermarket heatsink, a couple cable ties here, some holes to route your cables through, and a mount for two 120 millimeter fans as well as a 240 millimeter radiator if that's what you'd like to do. Now for a look at the interior. Here's another look at the rear fan with the 3-pin connector as well as header and Molex with pass-through. This case is compatible with micro ATX and ATX motherboards. Here's a look at the front panel connectors. We have your 20-pin USB 3.0 header. Here's your USB 2.0 connector, your audio connectors, and your power, reset, and LED plugs. On this side, we have your 5¼ inch drive bays as well as your 3.5 inch drive mounts. You have 7 of them and a 2.5 inch mount on the bottom that I showed you earlier. Before I go over the accessories, I want to mention that your video card clearance is 12.6 inches with the hard drive cage, and your CPU cooler height clearance is 6.5 inches. Now, onto the accessories. Here's your installation guide. We have some cable ties, motherboard speaker, mounting screws, as well as motherboard standoffs, and finally this lock buckle. That wraps up our overview on this COOLMASTER CM4's 500 mid-tower computer case. I'm Joanne, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our Newegg YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Newegg TV, and we'll see you next time.